What's your name and where you from?
Elizabeth Duque. I've been in Pompano since I moved from Jersey. Been here since I was 5 years old.
And growing up in Pompano, like what's the story behind Elizabeth?
I mean, we came here. My father's from South America, Colombia. My mother's from Long Island. She's Irish and German. We just came here really because my father wanted to just better his life. You know, in the 80s, Colombians usually came to New York and Jersey for a certain reason. So my
Right.
mother just wanted us to, be in a better situation. And we did. My father uh, started driving trucks, and we basically went to private school for a while. And I mean, we had a pretty good childhood. We lived in not a great neighborhood, so we couldn't really go out, and like my father wouldn't really let us play with kids and stuff like that. But like we didn't know no better till we got older. So
And you say till you got older, when did you start being exposed to the streets and the harsh reality of the city of Pompano and Broward County in general?
well, see, now that's a funny thing. I've been since we came here, since little, so this would be regular to me. Like
Right.
in school, private school, going to the other kids' houses would make me feel uncomfortable. So it really didn't expose me. I would say when I started feeling more exposed was when I seen the more, like, I guess when people already are not doing great, and then what they go towards to try to, how can I say, get something easy. That's the only thing that I open my eyes to. Like, it's a lot of underneath things that happen right in front. Like, you be driving right now and people will be doing some crazy shit on the side of the street. You won't know it, but that's what exposed me. Really seeing that and being exposed to that and being part of some of that shit. So
Right. And how long did it take you, while you were growing up? What age did you, branch off into, the drug atmosphere and dealing with, the street life in general?
I say like before I started using drugs, I was selling drugs, and because I started stripping underage at like 17, so that's what kind of brought me to getting
And
into
what brought you to
drugs.
that stripping?
Honestly, my first car, the engine blew.
Wow. Desperate times, desperate measures. So after that,
It wasn't a plan to stay do. I just wanted to fix my engine and keep it moving, but I just made so much money at that time, and I was like the youngest girl in the club, right over here pumping up Copens and Dixie.
right.
So yeah.
So how long did it take while you were doing that before you ventured into selling drugs?
I guess when I met like somebody I started dating and get to a real relationship, he was selling a lot of drugs at that time. Like, his whole family sold dope. So about 21.
Did you feel influenced to do it just by the people you were around, or did you feel like you had no other option and you needed the
Well,
money?
I'm like, can't even say that because in the strip club I was selling cocaine, but it was because a girl that I knew there was selling it, and she would just give me a little something just to, you know what I mean, get rid of it quicker. So, but it wasn't like a real like, you know what I mean? It was just in the club and that's it. What
Right.
I felt like was the real deal is really like, you're out the door, you bust someplace out here, you got people you go drive to, stuff like that. That's when about 21 when I started doing that.
And being around the drugs and selling the drugs, is that what kind of exposed you to using the drugs?
hmm
And how did that happen?
Okay. You know what? I wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't even say that. I started working at a clinic, a pain clinic, down in Lauderdale, and it was a in-house dispensary. Okay, so which meant that all the meds, once you go in, you see the doctor, you get your prescription, you could cash your prescription there, inside,
Right.
in-house. You know what I mean?
Doctor shopping.
Right, doctor shop. Well, I was working the front desk. I was verifying DEA numbers. When they call, the pharmacy call, they gotta
hmm
verify the DEA number, stuff like that. That's what I was doing. So I had the quote unquote responsible job, so I was pretty trusted. But in those places, the pharmacy bottles are about damn near as tall as me.
Wow.
So when you go into the spot where the doctor has all that, I mean, it's real simple to just grab, and go. So that's what we was all doing in there.
Right.
And
And
that's what led me to that.
so
Experimenting, and then you start using it every day, not knowing you get sick, and then once you get sick, somebody that your servant will tell you, oh, you don't know you get sick? Just, all you gotta do is take another one, and that was right. Take another one, you feel fine, get ready to go to work. That was it.
And this was what, in the early 2000s?
Okay, let me see. I graduated in 05. That's 18, 19, 20, 21, 5, 6, 7, 8, 08.
Yeah, that was about the era of doctor shopping. And
Mm-hmm.
so, now we're at the point where, you've already sold drugs, you've experimented with drugs, you've worked in the strip club. Have you ever had any run-ins with the law
Mm-hmm.
enforcement, going to jail, and what was that like? Like your first time experience, what was it like?
All right, so the first time was, I think I just had like a small bench warrant. I was in and out. They RR'd me. I mean, honestly, it wasn't really nothing too bad.
What
I was in a holding cell most of the time. I didn't go in like the normal, you get released in the morning.
was there any times that you went into normal
Oh,
population?
yeah. Oh, God, yeah. I don't
How many times have you been locked up? Because you looked at me crazy just now.
12 times.
12 times.
Yeah, I got 12 mugshots.
And, when they told you you couldn't leave, what was the feeling? What was the outlet? What was, your mind going through at that point in life?
Oh, see, I think out the box. They told me whatever, I had no options. I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about talking to a lawyer and find my options. So I was studying on the phone every day. But, the first time I think I only did like 4 months. And then they gave me a band. I cut my band. Just kept going back and forth for like a year and a half. And then you get probation. Then you get, stuck in the system for probation. You don't finish your probation. Then you go back again for 6 months. Then they finally give you something decent sometime, you know what I mean? And you finish up. But, I mean, that was it, really. I never went to prison or nothing like that.
Well, in jail, what did you do to pass time? Like, you said 4 months. That's it. Besides calling the lawyer and, studying your case, like, did you read? Did you play chess? Watch movies?
Nah, I think the boys do more than that. We do hair. What else we was doing? Radio. We had radio then. I don't think they have radio now in county. They took that away because they was using the batteries for something. But we had radio then, so we do that. Work out. We would dance. We all of us put the same channel on our, at the same time on our earphones and stuff like that. And then you have, I think it's like once a week you're gonna have commissary. Once a week you're gonna have packs, and that alone, I mean, that's like much better food you're gonna get. So that alone is a real good day. So
yeah. And you mentioned this revolving door, going back and forth to jail. Do you feel like drugs was the outlet of that? Do you feel like using drugs was?
Oh yeah, that's why I went in. Oh yeah, absolutely.
100%. And what's the craziest thing you've seen out here? I mean, like, I know you're out here, you're making money. What's the craziest thing?
Okay, I say as far as we'll put it like this, like happened to me. I was pregnant about a year ago because my baby's a year now, and a guy, he actually made the news a little bit after this because he tried another girl with some other crazy shit. But this was at night when this happened to me. I was with my baby daddy. We was just sitting in the car, next to his house, but not parked in the driveway. We were parked like across the street in this little field. And dude came in a Tahoe driving past us, and I had came out the car for something. Oh, we had kittens in the back of the car. So I came out the car to see the kittens, see if, what was going on. They were trying to get out the cage or something, and the guy was telling me, hey, trying to talk to me. And I said, oh, I'm good, I don't know you. So he got an attitude, drove away, came back again, and then he said to my baby daddy, oh, she don't want to talk? And he was like, no, she good. And then he was like, said something to me, like the same thing, like, what's wrong? What, you being rude or whatever? And I was like, no, it's just not a good neighborhood. We don't just, what I'm saying? We're not friendly like that. Came back a third time and just shot at us 5 times. Just because I wouldn't talk to the man, you know what I mean? So, yep.
And nobody was hit, thankfully, right?
Yeah, no, because our seats, we had a Honda Civic in the back of my seat. If I didn't have the metal plate, it would have hit me probably right here. But we got a metal plate in the seat, so we didn't know that. But yeah, that's why.
And as far as the drug epidemic out here, like, have you seen anybody turn blue out here? Like, I know that's a
Hmm.
normal thing, like, and what can we do to prevent it? Can we bring out Narcan? Can we bring out
Oh, I keep
something?
Narcan all the time. I got it right now. You
Uh,
got to.
you got to.
More
I
than
mean,
one.
what for the audience that doesn't understand, what is the reason that you carry Narcan all the time?
Okay, right now I'm gonna tell you the reason. Right now, because flakka is a big deal, right? Everybody, people who've been smoking crack for years, have switched to flakka in a heartbeat. I don't understand it because I don't mess with it, so I don't know. But I tell you, I would say like 80% of the people out here, if they were smoking crack or they weren't, or they want any other drug, everybody has switched to flakka. It used to be a real cheap drug to get a hold of, and that's why everybody did it. Now everybody's doing it because they just want it, and it got expensive now. You know what I mean? But this is the problem. It looks just like fentanyl.
Wow.
You feel me? So consistency, appearance, everything, bag shape, the way they sell it, everything is exactly the same, unless you know how to distinct it or the person giving it to you. So people will mess up bags, and they don't do fentanyl, so they have no tolerancy, or they might just do a little bit and then realize it's not flock, or they call it muck or boof, whatever. You know what I mean? They realize it's not it, and that's all they need. The boy next door, down the street, just 2 days ago, they had the Narcan 3 times because that's what it was. He was thinking it was a flock bag. He went in a girl's purse, looking through her purse, trying to take something from her, tweaking out, and hurried up and got it. She seen him do it. She's like, no, 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 no. Before she gets anything, he's putting it in the thing they use, and done fell out. 3 Narcans. Big ass boy. 3 Narcans. They
Wow.
said 15 minutes he was out for. His eyes was already milky. He was already turning colors, everything. And yeah, it's serious. And that happens a lot now. That's the big problem.
And if we could, do anything to help or prevent it, what would your suggestion be?
Um,
Not just us, but as a community, as everybody in general, if we could do something to prevent this.
I think like that what I see in this neighborhood, I can't speak for everything. I know Pompano as far as like the city, crosstown, uptown, and right over here, they call this the old city. But I think a lot of people, they're trying to raise property value around here. They're doing a lot.
Gentrify.
Yeah, right. They're trying to really like push a lot of stuff, not caring, you know what I'm saying, for the community. Just trying to worry about raising the property value and stuff. People are not doing good, you know what I mean? And when people are not doing good, they're depressed, they're down, you know what I'm saying? They want to get high, you know what I mean? And the homeless population has went so fucking high too. You know what I mean? It's almost normal now. Like there's kids, like no lie, I swear to God, I won't give names out. I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble, but they are children under 15, under 12. They're 2 sisters and their mother living at the park. When I say living, I mean 24 hours a day. They sleep on the tennis court or sleep under the hut on top of the table, and it's all good. Like there's nothing said about it. I wait till the kids go to school, and it's normal. It's normal. Like that's
Yeah. And I mean, like as a woman out here, running through Pompano, I know sometimes you run these streets by yourself. Um, have you developed a sense of like awareness and cautiousness when approaching situations? And as far as like, protection, I know you did mention you have your baby daddy around and he's there for you.
yeah, but that don't happen all the time either. You can't possibly be around somebody 24 hours a day. There's always gonna be something. I mean, just to walk across the street to Walmart is a situation.
Wow.
Now they close early because of Corona, but it used to be 24 hours, and that used to be crazy. I got damn near. Well, I don't want to say raped. The word is like they basically sexually harass you. You know what I mean? But there's no penetration. That happened to me because I was pregnant and I didn't want to walk across to Walmart, and somebody I ain't know that seemed like they were a decent person said, right, this street right here, actually, I was walking down to go to Walmart. They said, would you like a ride? And I mean, it was late, and it was, kind of like, yeah, I'm just going right here. Yeah, let me get a ride. Man, dude, acted like a nice, decent person till we pulled into the side of Walmart where they do the Uber or the pickups. You know what I mean? He went right there to the side, locked the doors and everything, and he was like, I said, okay, thank you. I gotta get out. You know, you gotta let me out. He goes, oh, you ain't going nowhere, bitch. I was like, oh Lord, for real. That's why I said to her, I said, come on, man, you don't gotta do this. This is stupid. You know what I mean? Whatever you're trying to do, just talk to me. You know what I mean? We don't have to be on the crazy shit, but he was on the crazy shit. Took out a knife, a gun, you know, trying to just scare you up as much as possible. But you gotta be calm. You can't get scared because that's going to scare them, and they're going to wind up doing some shit that they probably wouldn't normally do if they were calm. You know what I mean?
No,
So,
100%.
yeah.
And you know, if you want to reach out to anybody or tell anybody anything, or even give some advice to the youth, what would your advice be, and where can people reach you at?
Okay, so let me see. My advice would be, well, I mean, for women that are not like young ladies who are still in school, after school programs. That's the best. Like, I used to cheer, so that kept me out of a lot of trouble until I got out of high school. But that's a great thing to do. Once you get out of school, there's just so many things now. You don't have to work your ass off to go to college. There's so many things you can do. And you don't have to go to college. There's so many, like, nail schools, nail tech, cosmetology. There's little things you can do for a couple of months and still make you good money. You know what I'm saying? So try to just be independent and you feel good. You know what I mean? Instead of being stuck out here and every day trying to feel like you gotta survive off the next person, because that's basically what everybody do.
100%.
You know.
And you know, if people want to reach out to you or maybe donate something to you, where can they reach out to you at? I'll definitely have it in the comments. So if they can't find you, they can reach out to me and I'll bring it out here to you.
Yeah. And that's what we'll do. We do that kind of information because I'm constantly changing emails and phone numbers. Going through phones out here is like water. If you leave your phone in the wrong place for 2 seconds, the thing is gone. So
100%.
you know, yeah.
Thank you for your time today.
Thank you.